Alright guys, welcome back. We're going to do a video on how to use the planer. We have two different planers, big one and a small one. They both function the same way, but this is the one, if we do allow you to use it at all, that you'd be using. Okay, so what is a planer? A planer is basically a cutting device that takes your stock and gets it to the thickness you want, so we can make our wood thinner than what we already have. Now, the way to cut the wood is layer by layer by layer. We never cut anything more than what the machine's willing to allow. The machine here has a hand crank on it, and we can adjust the thickness that we can cut by 1/16 of an inch. So we never actually cut more than 1/16 of an inch off our wood at a time. When we cut the wood, we cut with the grain. So when we put it in the machine, we'll go with the grain. So the little blades that are on the drum that spins really fast will be cutting with the wood and not against it, so it won't chip or break the blade or break the machine or hurt you. The other thing you want to know about the safety, your hands never go beyond here, and on the back side they never go on the inside opposite spot. Okay, the blade's spinning right under there. We don't put our hands under there at all at any time. If there's ever an issue with maintenance, Mr. Harris or myself will take care of it. We unplug the machine before we open everything up again. Okay? So, just to kind of show you how this machine functions, like I said, the hand crank will move the wood up and down with a little metal guide in here that shows us when the wood is at a certain spot in there, so we know when it's thick, if we're pushing too much wood through there or not. And then here's the power switch that turns it on. That's the big functions to know. When you put the wood in, you want to make sure it's nice and flat as it goes through the machine, and you grab it on the back side nice and flat so you keep the wood straight so you get good even wood. Okay, the other tool we usually use is a ruler with this. If we look here, our wood is at 3/4 of an inch thick. I'm going to need it at 1/2 of an inch thick when I'm done. So like I said, each crank of this will give us a 1/16 of an inch. So I'm roughly going to do 4 cranks, and I'll measure it to make sure it's spot on, and that should get me down to a 1/2 inch. I'm going to run it so this side of the wood runs through twice, and I'll flip it and I'll run it through this wood. Now, as far as the edges go, we always like to keep those smooth. I like using a joiner, but that's only used by myself or Mr. Harris. We're not going to worry about training you on that. Okay, we got the vacuum system running so that it sucks up all the stuff. So I'm going to get it started. We're going to start running the first one through. Before I run, I'm going to make sure that the wood is able to cut through. It fits there. It's hitting the blade. If I need to move it up, I will. I'm going to see that it is all good to go. So we're going to turn it on. We're going to wait till the blade is at full RPM, and then we'll start using it. Taking just the smallest amount off, and now we're going to do it again. and we're at 1/2 of an inch. So, if you got any questions, see myself or Mr. Harris. Thanks.